Hello geeks and gamers, Matt Lemke here from Through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. Today we are doing another box breaking. This box breaking is for the MERCS Miniatures line, and it's the ISS starter. I've never seen these models unassembled, so we'll get right into taking a look at the stuff that's in the kit. Every starter comes with the quick rules setup. Basically, it goes through all your phases of the game, all your special actions, etc. on this handy dandy sheet. Every starter also comes with the MERC cards. And we will zoom in a little bit to make it easier. Cut them open. So far, every card that has the faction deck on it, or the faction symbol for the deck on it, has firing modifiers on the back. We have the leader and all his stats and special abilities, the special things for movement. We have booster, wave finder, and his special template thing for the his weapon. And if you notice, there's two rectangles here, and exactly what that is this, just like that. I mean, it might have some modifications because I haven't played enough to follow everything. Sniper, the heavy, and his arcs to nearest model within one card length, then arcs again. So you can hit this model, and then that model, and then that model. And you have Calypso, who's got the, I think it's a trident-like weapon. We have a no trap card, and another no trap card, and you have the turn synopsis. And every starter comes with a set of faction dice. So we're going to go ahead and roll these 3 times. That's like a trend I've been doing with all their dice. So far, only one starter doesn't like me that I have opened. Josh Tumbury's the only other guy who's ever managed to open any of our starters. 8, 10, 4, 2, and 3. And give them a little bit of love. 10, 6, 6. That's not so good. These dice aren't liking me. Give them a little love. That's better. Everything's over a 5. That's my 3 rolls. Now, to see what everybody wants to look at, we're going to pop out the models real quick. And their pieces. And we'll look at them each individually. Not necessarily going to look at how they would be assembled today. We'll do, oh, here's a die I forgot to roll. Oh, a 1. A 10. Just kind of laid that down, huh? Yeah, let's get a roll in here. Yeah, a 1. A 2. Hey, let's go for 3. I got a 10. It's easier to dump them out. There. There's the models, basically, in a nutshell. Yeah, it's a mess, isn't it? On this model here, there is a little piece of flashing at the edge of the sash, but that's minuscule. His weapon in here with 2 hands. And actually, if you look at this sash, you can mess around with a little bit, nip a little bit off, and it still looks like it's part of the model. Again, dynamic posing, good amount of detail on the model. I don't have any problem with this yet. Maybe when we get to the figure forge we might see something different. That might be a dilemma. We have another model, kind of skinny. Good detail on the mask. Legs, a lot of ribbing on the leg for the armor. Kind of gives it an Asian feel. Same thing with the hands, if you can see it, and the arm. Big piece of flashing on the... Oh, that's not flashing at all. That's part of its weapon. I bet that is... Maybe. I thought... Well, I'll have to figure that out when I get to the figure forge. We've got this guy here who is very clean. Again, a tremendous amount of detail on these models. These models are probably going to be kind of a challenge to paint. This guy is probably the guy with the big bad assault rifle, and it looks like he's trying to hide behind something. I'm not sure what. Here's something that if you're an up-and-coming painter, you might want to try. If you can see on the visor, that's very smooth. So the challenge would be to paint that like it's a glass visor of some sort. Look how smooth that is. It's a big area. Or you can even, if you're really trying to be technical and, dare I say, cocky, you can try and paint little things on it like it's writings and inscriptions on the inside of their visors. Here's another model, a piece of intentional flashing to help support the model that leaks out. Again, tremendous amount of detail on the mask. This mask kind of comes up and looks like it has an open slot on the mouth here. And then on the back they have these little nodes. I'm not entirely sure what they're supposed to represent yet. The figure that's running with the weapons, I believe, as in charging into close combat. Actually, there's real tremendous amount of detail here. You see this nice flowing sash. And look, you even have the ankle is twisted on this model. That could have happened in packing. I almost think that was an intentional thing that they did while running. And if you look here, well, I have to turn it over, I think. Try not to blur it too much for you. Look how close the knees are. Look how that leg goes back behind the other leg like it does for a runner. The foot might be a little twisted. I'll decide that when I get to the point. But it's a pretty good portion of the pose. And here's her body, I believe. Real quick, take a peel at this. Yeah, okay, good. We lucked out. That's not... There's a little bit of filing right there. There's a little knob on the cast. And there's a little bit of flashing here that needs to come off. But all in all, that's not so bad. That is a fine amount of detail. You have one model that's got this really big shield on it. It looks like you're going to need to do a little bit of cleanup on it. Or, if you're like me, you can just go with your knife and hack ridges in that and make it look like it's battle damage. Put some scars on it. The guy with his pistol here, just go like this and, put some scars on it again. And then you have the one-arm weapon. That's this guy's weapon. He's like this to support it. One thing I noticed that they have done, what the MERCS guys have done, is they have taken not a change in philosophy per se. They kept their dynamic posing, but as they matured and went to newer starters, they've made the models easier for players to assemble as opposed to more difficult. This is some kind of crazy tripod weapon. I'm not sure where this goes. I don't see it on any of the boxes. Interesting. I'm going to have to take I'll look on the internet to find out where this thing goes, because it's new to me and it's cool. With this piece of flashing, it kind of looks like a mosquito. We have another finely detailed model here. Probably in some kind of, we'll call it a victory stance. Like, haha, I'm won, because both her arms are going to be in the air. Looks like, again, the breathing mask, very detailed. Ribbed armor again. Sash, going back to what I call an Asian look. Kind of remind me of modern day samurais. Okay, it's not a trident, it's trident-like. And the last weapon, which is, I don't know if you can see that, it looks like there's 4 barrels on it. Try and point to them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there you have it. The MERCS ISS starter pack from MERCSminiatures.com, or I mean MERCSminis.com. If you have any questions, feel free to visit their website. Again, that's MERCSminis.com. If you liked what you have seen and would like to follow us, and you're watching this on our blog, you can always go to the right-hand side of your screen, click on any of the social media links there to pick your preference for following us. And thank you for watching. And, of course, if you want to thank MERCS for bringing you great minis to use in their games or any games that you want to use, feel free to follow them on Facebook. Thank you.